Taking medicine is seldom a fun process, but mix it with a little nectar and it goes down a lot smoother. That was easy. However, this is just one of over 50 lorikeets in the keeper's care at the Nashville Zoo. With all these little birds flying around, how do they possibly tell them all apart? And more importantly, how do they make sure each one is getting what they need? Well, as you can see from their records, there are a couple of ways to identify them. First of all, did you notice that there are several different species of lorikeets in this exhibit? Let's take a closer look. All of these birds are lorikeets, but their coloration is slightly different. Sure, this helps to narrow things down a bit, but with over 50 birds, that still leaves a lot of guessing when it comes to individuals. That is where a name tag comes in handy. No, not like that. That would mess up their feathers. Every lorikeet in this exhibit is donning fancy footwear. These bands are not just a fashion statement. The colors tell us who the bird is. This bird, for example, is Crash. We know it's him because he is the only bird that has a blue band on his right foot and a purple band on his left foot. And that's not all. There's another way keepers can tell this is Crash. Not only is he a Swainson's lorikeet, which we can tell by his coloration, and he has specific bands on his feet, but he also has a personality all his own. He is very sweet, and if keepers are in the exhibit, you'll often find him hanging out with them. Whereas Bowser, a Goldie's lorikeet, doesn't mind hanging out with keepers, but will usually be found alongside his mate, Jenny. And since they are a little smaller than some of the other birds, the keepers take extra care to make sure they are not disturbed during their breakfast. Charlie, on the other hand, does a good job of protecting his meals all by himself, so keepers rarely have to worry about this Rosenberg's lorikeet getting enough to eat. And Pumpkin, one of the blue-headed lorikeets, will be found as close to her favorite keeper, Megan, as she can get. All of this quality time with the birds helps keepers recognize them pretty easily. So even though it may seem a bit overwhelming at first, there are many ways to identify each and every one of the residents here at the apiary.